Coming up on Ann Arbor Tonight, we have a wonderful show for you. We have the one and only Mr. Kevin Spangler, the owner of Boober Tours, and we have the wonderful funny man, Mr. Ed Bartko. Yeah, great show for you this evening. You know, in local Ann Arbor news, 10,000 people in Washtenaw County are still out of power after a recent storm. Well, how shocking. Yeah, you know, I downloaded this new app recently. You know, and it told you what to eat, what to wear, and if you're losing weight. And it's called No Judgment. Oh, yeah, you know, I shop at the store all the time when I'm hungry, and of course I don't mean to, but we've all done it. And, you know, I have to say, I think the bravest thing I ever did was not worry about how much shopping I wanted to do, but then I still didn't go back and get a basket. Yeah, you know, my friend told me the other day when I was walking downtown, she told me she's getting married, and I said, oh, that's great. But then she told me, she goes, yeah, and I'm getting a personal trainer, too. And then I thought to myself, well, geez, how long is the aisle? You know, I love board games. Do you guys like board games? I love them. Yeah, that's right. Monopoly, chess, why not? We'll play them. Even Connect 4 kind of sneaks in there. But, you know, I think that it's really wrong that only one company makes the game Monopoly, don't you? Yeah. You know, recently I was thinking about my ex-girlfriend, and I thought to myself, you know, she was actually absolutely beautiful and had the body of a Greek statue. She was really pale and had no arms. You know, recently a friend of mine told me that they were going to quit drinking Monday through Friday. At first I said, well, gee, aren't they going to dehydrate? I went on a whiskey diet, and I've lost 3 days already. Oh, folks, we have a great show for you tonight, so please stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ann Arbor Tonight. Yeah, thank you so much. Folks, I would like to introduce our feature interview guest for the evening. Please put your hands together for the one and only Kevin Spangler of Boober Tours. Yeah. This is such a pleasure, man. I mean, you know, you're a great community member of Ann Arbor and serve the community well with Boober Tours, your pedicab company. And I see them all over the city. But what is a pedicab for those that don't know?
Pedicab it's a three-wheeled vehicle with a chariot on the back that transport people by human power.
Wow. And I imagine it keeps you in pretty good shape.
Definitely.
Wonderful. And you've had a lot going on with the company. For example, you just partnered up with Pedicab.
Hi, I'm Gar Waterman, CTO here at Pedicab. We're very excited to be in Ann Arbor, Michigan today with Boober Tours, best pedicab company in town. It's the first time we're installing our product on an external entity, and we're going to be generating a lot of great data over the next coming months, mechanically and electronically, to drive product revisions forward.
Hi, my name's Kevin Spangler. I'm owner of Boober Tours.
Boober Tours, the only way.
Is a transportation pedicab service. I actually started it 2 years ago living in the homeless shelter, and I saved up all my money working 4 jobs to get my first pedicab, and now we own 17 pedicabs and create second chance jobs and people in recovery. Boober's relationship with Pedicab is awesome because they're coming up with a technology that make it more convenient for people to get on a bicycle, because we're so used to having an energy source in our vehicles to power cell phones and electronics that can help in the safety and communication between car and bicycle. There is a decent amount of accidents between cars and bikes. And safety is our major concern with Boober Tours. Being able to have a communication system that communicates between car and then every single bicycle on the road in the future. I think it's the start of something amazing. The goal for Boober is to eliminate some of the cars on the roads and bring more people into human-powered transport. I don't like fossil fuels, and I don't even like batteries. I feel like there's different types of ways that we can store energy that will last longer and be better for the environment. Their goals are to save the planet, and it's my goals as well is to save the planet. And working together, I can test their product and are able to put a product that works into market. And they align with Boober's goals to save Mother Earth.
The only way!
One interesting fact about you, your favorite word is boober, right? We talked
Boober.
about that.
Yeah.
And what does boober mean?
It means best boyfriend in the world.
Does it really?
So
And-
basically the definition is just goes the extra mile to take care of his girlfriend. And I was like, that's how I take care of everyone.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting name. It's funny. I
Right.
thought it was catchy.
Heck yeah.
And it just stuck.
Well, and I mean, I think every college student in this town should have the boober number in the back of their iPhone, because let
Oh,
me
yeah.
tell you, when you're walking down Main Street, sure, it's hard to get places, right? But I'm telling you, sometimes, man, the great thing about it is you can call up a boober. It's a nice summer night, and you can just hop in the back of a pedicab and just get right down there.
Oh, yeah.
Versus having to wait for an Uber and all that stuff.
And almost an entertainment aspect as well.
Right. No, that's right. I've heard that you guys have been very active in that as well. You're very interactive with the passengers.
Yeah, I call it transportainment.
Transportainment, I love it. So do you have any funny stories about that transportainment, if you will?
It's just fun just dealing with all the people that, we're taking them from bar to bar.
Yeah.
But
Any memorable?
memorable.
Yeah.
I've had these my most favorite are the people who are the most animated.
Sure.
I've had people wearing horse masks and
Are you
dancing
serious?
and doing karaoke on the back of the cab, and
Wow.
those to me are my favorite because they draw the most attention.
Sure.
And we're trying to show that we're having fun on the cabs. And if you're showing everyone you're having fun on the cabs,
Yep.
more people are going to ride the cabs.
Heck yeah.
So
I think that's great, man. And I mean, the interesting thing about you, Kevin, is that you've got quite a unique story, too.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked a little bit about that, but do you mind, for the viewers, just talking a little bit about it?
Well, I was homeless 2 years ago, living in the homeless shelter. But before that, I was in and out of jail, addicted to drugs and alcohol. And I got my 5th DUI and 3rd resisting arrest.
Wow.
And I found out I was having a son.
Yeah,
So at that point, I had to make a commitment to never get in trouble again.
right.
And when I got out of jail, I moved into the homeless shelter, saved up all my money working 4 jobs to get my first pedicab. And now I own 17 of them and create second chance jobs for people in recovery.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Thank
Wow.
you.
And I mean, for those out there now, that are in that dark place, but they have a chance to come across this program, what advice do you have for them?
I recommend focusing on the positive to get more positive, and the energy that you put into the universe is the energy you get back, and you cannot lie to the universe. So it takes some work, spiritual work, whatever. There's many different ways, but that's kind of the simple recipe that I've been able to figure out for over the last couple years.
Yeah.
It's basically the energy you put in the universe is the energy you get back.
I love that, man. I love it. And for people that are interested or want to book Boober Tours for an event, how can they get in touch with you?
They can just Google us and find the number. We're at the top of the list.
Okay.
And we have many different things that we can.
And it's what, boobertours.com?
Boobertours.com.
Okay. Yeah, check out boobertours.com and definitely get a chance to talk with Kevin. I'm sure if you take a ride in Ann Arbor, you might see him around.
Yes.
So Kevin Spangler, hey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very
No
much.
problem. Hope to have you
Yep,
back.
Thank you.
All right. All right, folks, thank you so much. I appreciate it. When we come back, we will have a wonderful guest. Please stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ann Arbor Tonight. Yeah. Thank you so much. Folks, I am so excited to introduce our comic guest for the evening. He travels the country doing comedy. He just got back from Tulsa, Oklahoma, doing a show at the Looney Bin, and he is the author of Two Regular Guys Cookbook. Please put your hands together in a warm Ann Arbor Tonight welcome for Mr. Ed Bartko.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out. How are we all doing tonight? Fantastic. Woo. I am good. So I'm over 50, and I got to tell you, it's made me realize a couple things. For instance, I'm so old, I can remember when I could barely live without sex. Now, I can't live without my glasses. I'm so old, I can remember when I could pick up the telephone and somebody could be on the other line because you had a party line. Now I got to pay $3.99 a minute for that option. Made me realize I'm so old, I can remember when I could tie my shoes and breathe at the same time. Oh gosh, and I'm getting older, I'm getting a little sick and tired of waiting in lines. Like everybody else, I go to my local grocery store to pick up a few things, and it never fails. I get behind the dumbass that still writes a check. Seriously, a check? Get a bank card. But here's the thing. It's not even that they're writing a check. No. The worst part is, I guarantee you, they're not going to know the store or the date. Lady, it's Tuesday. You're in Kroger. Giddy up. Hey, McDonald's. Seriously? 2 drive-through lanes? Why? So you can go twice as slow? And dude that stands in line for 10 minutes, and then when you get to the counter, you still don't know what the heck you want? Come on, man. Burgers, cheese, no cheese. It's not that hard. And you're not getting a salad. You know it. I know it. They know it. Getting a salad at McDonald's is kind of like going to the strip club to get a lap hug. All I'm saying is this, people. These places need to have a regular line, an express line, and a dumbass line. And if you got to ask which line you belong in, yeah, you know. Gosh. I'm a firm believer that if you were in your 80s, I'm not so sure you ought to be allowed to buy in bulk. Let me explain, people. My parents are both in their 80s. I love them dearly, okay? I go over to the house one day. They just come home from the grocery store. I'm unloading the groceries, and I notice my mom buys a gallon container of olive oil for cooking. A gallon would last me my lifetime. Olive Garden only brings it in by the half gallon. And here's the thing. I get all the groceries inside, and of course, some of the groceries stay upstairs, some of the groceries go downstairs in the basement, okay? I get downstairs, it's like I'm at Sam's Club. Cake mixes, canned veggies, canned fruits, another gallon jug of olive oil, 3 24 roll packs of toilet paper, a little too much bran in somebody's diet. Folks, this is my inheritance tied up in inventory. Gosh. Oh, so how's everybody doing with technology nowadays? Woo. Man, I tell you, everybody's got a cell phone, an iPhone, an iPad, and everybody's texting. And it's funny because all the young kids think they're really cool because they do the texting abbreviations. Us older people, we do the same thing. I mean, with a little bit of a different twist. For instance, TTYL. If you're under 40, it's talk to you later. If you're over 40, it's talk to you louder. LOL. Under 40, laugh out loud. Over 40, living on Lipitor. BTW. Under 40, by the way. Over 40, bring the wheelchair. And sadly, at my age, the only way I need to know what the abbreviation for MILF stands for is when I'm talking about a meal I'd like to forget. Oh, gosh. You know, I've been married over 30 years. Woo! Yeah, don't encourage it yet, please. And the one thing I've learned is this. I think I know less about women now than I did 30 years ago. But here's the thing, ladies. I don't think you understand us, okay? I see the magazine headlines that you read. How to get a man. How to keep a man. What's your man thinking? Hey, here's the problem. Ladies, you don't understand us because you are complex. We are simple. But I'm here to help. I'm here to help with Ed's basic guy rules, okay? Like rule number 1, if you want pizza, tell us. If not, don't get mad when we're eating Chinese, all right? Number 2, we really don't care about your hair, your nails, or what shoes you're wearing, okay? We're just glad you're going out with us. If you're happy, we're happy. Number 3, yes and no are acceptable answers to any question, okay? Number 4, Neil Armstrong didn't need directions to the moon. We don't need him down here on Earth. And number 5, ladies, if you're sitting in your chair at night and you look over at your man and you think, or ask him what he's thinking, you're going to get one of 2 answers. I don't know and nothing. Okay? Because it's true. Men have spent 95% of their adult life thinking about 4 things. Beer, sports, sex, TV. Just pick one. And I'll even tell you the 5 things your man is never thinking, okay? Your man is never thinking, hey, honey, this Monday night football game is kind of boring. Let's turn on Dancing with the Stars. Your man is never thinking, yes, I will read the instructions first. Your man is never thinking, no, I will not have another beer. That leads to bad decisions. And your man is never thinking, I wonder if they're going to make more Twilight movies. And your man is never, ever thinking, I hope when my wife comes home tonight, she doesn't want to have sex again, because that would be twice this month. Can't we just ever cuddle? Listen, folks, you've been a fun audience. I appreciate it. Give yourselves a nice round of applause for coming out. But I'll get out of here with this. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I could stand to lose a pound or 2. Thank you. Usually I get one that always yells out, how about 50, fatty? Part of the problem is I want to go on a diet. Really, I do. It's just not bad enough. And a lot of it is I don't exercise. In fact, if you happen to see me after the show running, jogging, or walking fast, stop, because somebody's chasing me. My idea of aerobics is eating and driving at the same time. I'm at a gas station the other day, in line, getting a pop, paying for gas, behind 2 women. I hear one woman say to the other, I'm really hungry today. I forgot to eat yesterday. Seriously? You forgot to eat the whole day. I'm 57 years old, and I have forgotten a lot of things in my life. Obviously, forgetting to eat one of them. In fact, I got a better chance leaving the house without pants on than forgetting to eat. And I know because I've done it. But guess what? I was full. Thank you very much. My name's Ed Bartko.
Woo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ann Arbor Tonight. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ann Arbor Tonight. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, Ed Bartko, funny stuff, man.
Thank you.
Well, great
Appreciate
stuff.
it.
Thank you for being on the show. A lot of fun.
It was a good time.
Yeah, heck yeah. So you've performed at the Ann Arbor Showcase, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great club. Love that club
It
here.
is. It's a lot of fun. I like the new club, how it's set up with
Yeah.
the seating going like that. You know, it's pretty cool.
Heck yeah. I mean, Claudia and Roger, they both do a great job
They do a
there.
very nice job, yeah.
Heck yeah. And again, funny stuff. And again, just got back from performing at the Looney Bin in
Yes,
Tulsa,
Tulsa,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
There we go.
Good
I've never
times.
been to Tulsa. How was it?
Hot.
Yeah?
Yeah. But it was. I think it was actually hotter here that week than it
Oh,
was
was it?
out there. I mean,
Yeah.
it was in the mid 90s.
Sure.
But I think here was the same temperature, but a lot more humidity.
Yeah.
So,
Cool, man. So, my first question for you, why comedy?
you know, I've always liked comedy. Always. I can remember when I was a kid, my parents would always watch Johnny Carson and The Tonight Show.
Sure.
And I can remember staying up sometimes, especially during the summer. And I'd always make sure, especially if there were certain comedians that were going to be on.
Yep.
You know, Carlin, Pryor,
Oh, yeah.
Bill Cosby, Rickles,
Oh, man. Don Rickles.
Buddy Hackett,
Oh, man.
Robert Klein.
Yep.
You guys like that, I just loved them. And it was just fun to watch. And the excitement, you'd always have always seemed like Friday night was always a good night when you wanted to stay up and watch. You know, you never knew what was going to happen.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, fun stuff and, complete innovators they were.
Yeah.
Johnny and all those guys.
you don't realize how good they are until you watch late night TV now.
That's right. So, funny thing that we were talking a little bit before the show. Not only are you a wonderful stand-up comedian, but you're a published author.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's check this out. It's called Two Regular Guys Cookbook, is what it's called.
Yep. It's
And,
actually a 17-week menu guide for the football season.
Love it.
Each week has an appetizer, a main dish, and a dessert.
Mm.
And then there's a Super Bowl menu, and then there's another menu where it has some, different recipes that you can kind of mix and match things. And most of the recipes are pretty simple to make.
Sure.
That kind of stuff, because it's geared for guys.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's awesome. Let's flip to a recipe here, just
All right.
randomly. What do we got? Macaroni salad, super sub, and better than golf cake.
There you
Better
go.
than golf cake. What about? Wow, my goodness. Could there be anything better than golf?
I don't know. I
That's
don't know.
awesome.
And the book is the right size because if you want to take it to the store, it almost
Yeah.
fits in your pocket.
There we go.
And like I said,
Yeah.
it was. We decided to do it, my buddy and I, and most of the recipes are easy to make. A lot of the stuff you already have in the kitchen someplace.
Yeah.
You know, so and if you got to go to the store, you're not picking up 30 items or something like that.
Right.
So.
Well, and this is a cookbook for regular guys. right?
Exactly.
That's right. And perfect for football season. I mean, Michigan, Ann Arbor, we love football.
Sure.
Great football teams.
You got a football team up here?
We do.
Oh, okay, cool.
We do, and a great one at that. So wonderful. Two Regular Guys cookbook. So if people want to get the book, how can they do that?
Well, you either come find me at a show,
Okay.
because I usually sell them, but I think they're pretty much out of print. You can't get them in a bookstore anymore.
Sure.
But if you go to Amazon,
Okay.
a lot of times you can pick up a used copy.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Nice.
check it out, and there's reviews on it and everything too.
Heck yeah, man.
Oh.
Now, how did that come about? I mean, you're a comedian, but then you've got this Two Regular Guys cookbook.
Well, I had a neighbor who was a Baptist minister, moved in next door to me.
Sure.
And we got to talking in the summertime and talking about football. So we just started saying, hey, why don't we watch Monday Night Football together? And
There we
one
go.
week we started at his house, the next week at my house, and it was very simple. Burger, some chips, and pop.
There we
And
go.
in my place, we had wings, chips, dip, pop, and a dessert.
There we go.
And by the 8th week, we were making enough food for 10 of us.
That's
I was
right.
150 pounds when we started.
Oh, were you?
So,
Okay, so you got that.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. And then we just thought, why don't we write a cookbook?
Right.
And we thought, no, we can't. And we started, since Canada Dry was our drink of choice.
Okay.
We started with a 7-Up bottling company in Toledo.
Sure.
And worked our way down to a brand manager in Dallas, Texas. He put us in touch with a publisher in Irving, Texas, that had published a non-alcoholic drink book for them.
Wow.
And they liked the idea, but they didn't want to put any money up, so, okay, it just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
And we just thought, well, we'll just do it ourselves.
Right.
We went to Kinko's, we put it on a disc, spiral bound it,
Yep.
and sold it we had a local bookstore that would sell it.
Yeah.
We did a book signing there.
Wow.
And within a couple of 4, 5, 6 months, we had sold almost 100 copies.
You're kidding me.
No.
Wow.
Granted, it was a lot where people in his church, people
Sure.
I worked with,
Yeah,
family,
right.
from the bookstore, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's still. And then I went back to the publishing company, talked to a different woman who had taken over.
Sure.
And they loved the idea. So they wanted to do it, and They gave us a very tiny, small amount of money up front,
yeah.
and then I think the contract was the first 10,000 books we sold, we got like a dime.
Okay.
And then after that, from 10,000 to 20,000, we got 15 cents.
There we
and
go.
if it sold over 20,000, for the rest of the copies, we got a quarter a book.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
man.
and it's kind of a neat thing because when the book first came out, you can go to Amazon and they will list the books from 1 to almost 1 million. Okay,
Wow.
you can get online and you go, and we made it up to, we broke into the just under the 60,000 mark. We
That's
like
awesome.
59,800 in rankings of sales.
Wow.
So
No, Ed, that's so
Yeah.
cool, man. I mean, and perfect for a college town, all these students, you
Yeah.
know, barbecuing. And you guys need food for the big game. So Two Regular Guys Cookbook,
Yeah.
check that out. But also, your comedy, Ed Bartko, where are you going to be performing next, and how can people find out about it?
You know, my next show nearby, I will be at the Holly Hotel
Wow.
in Holly, Michigan with Norm Stoltz.
Oh, Norm, yeah.
Norm's a great guy.
Yeah.
I want to be like him when I
Oh,
grow
do you?
up. I really do.
Yeah.
I watch him on stage and he's just brilliant. He
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, no, I mean, such a great presence. You know, we love him here at the show. He's
Yep.
done this a few times, and he's great.
Yeah, and he's such a nice guy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's even better.
Definitely.
So.
Definitely, man. And, well, best of luck to you and Holly. And how can people find you online if they want to come check
Just
you out?
go. You can check me out on Facebook. Just go to just search Ed Bartko, Bartko.
All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Ed, so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I
And,
appreciate it.
Definitely. We'd love to have you back.
All right. Best of luck with the show.
Hey, thanks so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.